We are in the nation's capital. We are sold out. We're in Washington, D.C. for Monday Night Raw. And we are kicking off this week's episode of Raw with the giant of the future, Big Cass. And Big Cass has been in a foul mood since WWE Battleground. He defeated Ty Dillinger in that cross-brand match. However, he was the full fate of an RKO out of nowhere, courtesy of the Viper, Randy Orton. And in week 1, right here on Raw, the Viper striked again. Really? He got lucky? He hit you with an RKO out of nowhere. Oh, wait just a second. Well, that is not the entrance theme of the Viper. That is the theme of the phenomenal AJ Styles. And this is not what Big Cass wanted. The irate giant wanted to get his hands on the Viper, but instead, it looks like he is about to go one-on-one with the phenomenal one. AJ Styles last week addressed the WWE Universe, and he made it clear that he respects the fans and appreciates each and every single one. Whether or not you are a fan of SmackDown Live, whether or not you are a fan of Monday Night Raw, AJ Styles is here and he wants to represent the WWE Universe. And tonight, well, he's heard enough of the giant. And will AJ Styles topple Big Cass here on Raw? Cass looks so angry. I mean, this is not what he wanted. And AJ Styles with a stiff forearm. And look at this, the strong style from AJ. Oh, but he ran into a swinging neck breaker from Big Cass. And Cass, for his size, is deceptively quick. Takes up AJ and drives the knee down into the back. And if you cast your mind back to when AJ Styles addressed the WWE Universe, you will recall he was interrupted by the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. No word as to why Bray Wyatt assaulted and attacked AJ Styles last week. He has been as quiet as anything. Quiet Wyatt. As Big Cass begins to unload on AJ, and AJ Styles thrives on competition, and he's got a huge test on his hands right now. Snap suplex from AJ. Big Cass is going to have to keep his mind on this task tonight. I'm sure he'll be thinking and looking over his shoulder for the Viper. But tonight, it's all about AJ Styles' reversal from Big Cass. And Cass, look at the power of the giant of the future. Big Cass, very disrespectful to his peers, the likes of the Big Show. He says that they are nobodies compared to him in size and stature. And Styles being taken up, the hang time from AJ. Look at that, one-handed. That shows the power, and AJ has to roll to the outside to recover. Big Cass coming with him. But that was smart from Styles. It bought him some time. A knee sends Cass into the side of the barricade and scoops up Cass, and drops him face first right in front of our fans here in Washington. Sold out. And back in the ring goes Big Cass. Referee up to the count of 4. Styles heads to the top rope here in our opening contest. Big Cass caught him. A great way to start Monday Night Raw. An unexpected start with AJ Styles coming out to pick up the challenge when Big Cass wanted to get his hands on the Viper. A pin. Referee, come on. 1, 2. And Styles kicks out at 2. Referee a little bit slow there. And can you imagine if Cass does score the victory, how much bigger his ego will get if he can pick off AJ Styles after AJ came out and interrupted the Giant. Big Cass picking up Styles. Big forearm followed by another. And I thought he was going to send AJ to the outside, but goodness me. Lefts, rights, kicks, boots, you name it. Big Cass is throwing it. And how much more can AJ Styles take of the heavy-handedness of Big Cass? A nice escape from AJ. AJ ducks underneath. Pele kick. Caught him right between the eyes, and that has Big Cass stunned in the corner. And Styles follows it up immediately. AJ Styles works very hard to compete. He's not the biggest, but he is indeed phenomenal. He has proved it time and time again. And look at this, drives the knee into the back, and that is smart. Trying to take down those tree trunk legs of the Giant Big Cass. Cass being dragged to the middle of the ring. What's AJ looking for here? Again, back to work on the knee. Big Cass has had knee problems in the past, and AJ Styles exploiting that. Picking apart the Giant is AJ right now. A phenomenal plan from AJ after accepting and coming out and pretty much picking up the challenge with Big Cass. And Cass, the power and the knee lift, but that'll hurt the knee of Big Cass. Crowd on their feet. Washington enjoying this one. Big Cass takes up AJ and drives him down. This could be all 1, 2. And AJ Styles just gets the shoulder up, and you can see the impact of the moves that Big Cass can pull off. And AJ brought to his feet, and oh my goodness, that big boot sent AJ Styles 3/4 of the way across the ring. And Styles is out. He's out on his feet. Big Cass sending a message to the Viper. Now beginning to unload. And Styles is in trouble. Each knee to the midsection of AJ Styles. And hold on. The Viper. Randy Orton. Big Cass wants to get his hands on the Viper, but wait just a second. The Viper, RKO out of nowhere. And just like that, Randy Orton is gone. An RKO to Big Cass, and the referee hasn't got a clue what's going on. No. 1, 2, 3, and the Viper strikes again. Unbelievable. Look at this. Big Cass awaiting Randy Orton to come down that entrance ramp, but he turns around and an RKO out of nowhere. What a moment. Whoa. But it doesn't look like the interruptions are done. Whoa. What on earth? Where did he come from? Bray Wyatt and AJ Styles in a state of shock. And again, Sister Abigail.
I'm the eater of world.
Randy Orton out of nowhere. And then Bray Wyatt attacks AJ Styles for the second week in a row. Well, it was made official on the first episode of Raw Talk, the place where we talk all things Universe Mode, that the Beast Incarnate, the undisputed WWE Champion Brock Lesnar, has accepted the challenge of The Rock at SummerSlam. 15 years in the making. Brock versus Rock 2. And it happens at SummerSlam. And The Rock is here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Monday Night Raw. And what a main event that is for SummerSlam. Brock versus Rock 2 and the undisputed WWE Championship on the line. Well, we must turn our attention to what is going on in the ring. The one-man band, Heath Slater, up next in singles action. But poor Heath. He has got his work cut out for him tonight. That's right. Because Heath Slater is taking on the King of Strong Style, our United States Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. And what a reception from this crowd Nakamura is receiving in Washington, D.C. And Nakamura at WWE Battleground looked to merge the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship, but controversy stopped him from doing so. Nakamura scored the victory on the night, only to have that decision overruled by the new Raw General Manager Triple H. Triple H allowing Bobby Roode to retain the Intercontinental Championship. So we now have both championships here on Raw. And Nakamura tried to force the situation, wanting Bobby Roode to step in the ring once again to make no questions about it. However, the glorious Intercontinental Champion refused the request. Bobby Roode wants no more of Shinsuke Nakamura. Bobby Roode only cares for the Intercontinental Championship. He wants no merger, and that leaves Nakamura just with the US strap. But that US strap is a prized possession of the King of Strong Style. And tonight, he defends that championship here in singles action against a very poor Heath Slater. Can Heath Slater do it for his kids and seemingly the impossible and defeat Nakamura? I don't know about that. We've seen plenty of shocks here on Raw in recent weeks. James Ellsworth keeping his undefeated streak alive against the monster among men, Braun Strowman, rolling up the monster. I never thought I would say that. James Ellsworth defeating Braun Strowman after Shane McMahon's music played here on Raw. Shane McMahon is unemployed after Battleground, after SmackDown Live went out of business. The brand is no more. There is only one, and it is Monday Night Raw. And now Shinsuke Nakamura is about to step up in action here tonight. What a deafening reaction for the King of Strong Style here in Washington. Nakamura getting stretched and ready to go. The unorthodox Nakamura. Crowd on their feet. And they're going to get a good look at the United States Champion. Heath Slater getting an opportunity tonight. Can he shock the world here on Raw? Nakamura, he caught the boot. Oh! But there it is, that very unorthodox style. And already the exploder. And Heath Slater is out. And Nakamura is tuning up for a Kinshasa. 1, 2, 3. It didn't last long. Nakamura, wow, impressive. Defeat Heath Slater in a matter of seconds. 1, 2, 3. A convincing and easy victory for our United States champion. What is this all about? Well, that is the big dog of Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns. But what business does he have doing out here right now, interrupting the United States champion? Nakamura celebrating his victory with the fans here in Washington. Roman Reigns seems to have heard enough. And the cheers for Nakamura have now turned to boos for the big dog. Reigns not exactly receiving the reception like Nakamura did here in Washington, DC. He doesn't look too happy with the fans either. We got a bit of a stare down here. Look at this. A standoff. And oh, here comes Reigns. And you see on the back of Reigns' shirt, "It's my yard." And it looks like Roman believes that Nakamura is standing in his yard right now. And oh my. Eyeball to eyeball, the United States champion and the big dog. Reigns getting a good look at the US champ. Now, Roman Reigns bails out. Very bizarre. What was that all about? Can you believe the disrespect from our general manager firing Big Willie Wilfred here on Raw? But next up this evening, we have a battle royal. 4 of the 6 superstars already out here for this 6-man over the top rope battle royal. But here comes the perfect 10, Tye Dillinger. And this is a golden opportunity for one of these superstars, because the winner will become the #1 contender for Bobby Roode's glorious Intercontinental Championship. We are looking for a new #1 contender since Bobby Roode decided not to unify his Intercontinental Championship with Shinsuke Nakamura's United States Championship. R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Rusev, Dolph Ziggler, Tye Dillinger, and we also have one more superstar to come out here tonight. But first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 10, a perfect one. Yes, the final participant in this 6-man over the top rope elimination battle royal is Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins receiving a huge ovation from the fans here in Washington, D.C. Will Seth Rollins be able to eliminate the 5 other superstars and then go on to face Bobby Roode and become Intercontinental Champion? Or will it be his former Shield partner, Dean Ambrose? Or will it be the former United States Champion in Rusev? Could it be the perfect 10? Or will the former Intercontinental Champion, R-Truth, surprise us all? Let's not forget Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, always looking to prove himself, feels that he's been let down by management over the years. What a way to turn things around by winning this battle royal tonight. It is next 6-man elimination battle royal in the Intercontinental Championship. The #1 contendership is up for grabs. Crowd on their feet, and here we go, and a quick start, and you can see it's going to be action all over the place. You've got Tye Dillinger with Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins with Dolph Ziggler, and then R-Truth with the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev, and crowd behind Dolph Ziggler here. Surprisingly, let's go Ziggler chants from the Washington DC crowd. Seth Rollins forces back Ziggler, and Rusev laying a beat down on the former Intercontinental Champion. And R-Truth went over the top rope, but his feet did not touch the floor. He hanged tough, did R-Truth, but nearly a quick elimination, and Dean Ambrose has had to roll to the ring apron to catch a breather. And Tye Dillinger posing to the fans, and we've had our first elimination. This time R-Truth could not hang on, and Rusev sends out R-Truth. R-Truth is gone, courtesy of the big Rusev. So we're down to 5. And I'm sure somewhere Bobby Roode is watching on to see who is going to become the #1 contender, and it is not going to be Dolph Ziggler. The show-off has been eliminated, and oh, look at this. The former Shield members, no love lost, It is each and every man for himself. And Ziggler looks very disappointed with his outing here tonight. And Rusev, what a headbutt. What a headbutt to Ty Dillinger. And that stunned and rocked the perfect 10. Meanwhile, across the ring, Seth Rollins having to catch a breather. He's back in now. And Rusev he went for, I'm not sure, looked like he was going for a choke slam. And Ambrose is on the brink. Dean Ambrose, he just about holds on, but Seth Rollins trying to force his former Shield friend off of the apron, but Ambrose stays alive, still in the match. But look at that, blink and you will miss it. And Ty Dillinger kicked all the way, courtesy of Rusev to the outside. The perfect 10. It's not going to be the perfect night for him. And Rusev, very impressive. Eliminated. R-Truth eliminated Ty Dillinger and now has set his sights on Seth Rollins. And Ambrose back in the ring now. Took a breather on the apron, and Rusev, if the Shield can get it back together here in the ring, this could not spell well for Rusev. But Rollins kind of taking a back seat, letting Dean Ambrose do all the work after he experienced what Rusev was all about. But look at this. Well, these two clearly are not going to work together. And Ambrose, Seth Rollins hanging in there by the skin of his teeth. And Rusev, again, ever the opportunist, but Ambrose the lunatic fringe with the headbutt, and now a running bulldog drives the Bulgarian brute into the mat. And you saw Seth Rollins waiting his opportunity to try and get involved, but Dean Ambrose is on a roll here. And there's no love lost between Rusev and Dean Ambrose. We know that. And Rusev, he holds on. And you see Ambrose swinging and missing. That's the lunatic in him. And Ambrose, again, where's he taking Rusev now? And Rusev again in trouble. No. Well, I spoke about this. I said it would not spell well for Rusev. And Rusev again. Can he hang on against both Ambrose and Rollins? No, he can't. And Rusev has been eliminated. It took both Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins to do so. And quickly, Dean Ambrose turned on Seth Rollins just as quick as Seth Rollins laced him with a chair when the Shield split up. But there's the high knee. The high knee from Seth Rollins, and Ambrose did not see that coming. So quick is Seth Rollins, and just like that, Dean Ambrose is eliminated, and Seth Rollins is the #1 contender. Here you see it. Wow. He really did lay out his former Shield member Dean Ambrose with that knee. And then, it was just a case of sending Ambrose over the top rope. Seth Rollins is your new #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Another match which was confirmed for SummerSlam on this week's Raw Talk was that Kassius Ohno will get the opportunity to get the respect that he feels he deserves from the franchise John Cena. Yes, it will be Kassius Ohno going one-on-one with John Cena at SummerSlam. There he is, the great one, the People's Champ, Oh wow, the electricity in Washington DC right now. Goosebumps for The Rock, the Great One, here to address the WWE Universe about his match at SummerSlam, now official. Brock versus Rock 2. And the undisputed WWE Championship is on the line. In 2002, The Rock defended the undisputed championship against a young Brock Lesnar. And it was Lesnar who was victorious. The next big thing, now the Beast incarnate. And the Great One looks to turn back time and become the undisputed champion once again. It happens at SummerSlam, the biggest event of the summer, and quite possibly the biggest event in SummerSlam history. One more time. Team Bring It in the building, and there is the People's Eyebrow from the People's Champ, representing the people here tonight. And everyone watching at home, the WWE Universe has become unglued for the electricity of The Rock. Huh? What? Wait a minute, what? No. Tell me... Oh God, the Masked Man is back and he just ruined The Rock's catchphrase. The crowd here looking forward to it, but instead being interrupted by the mysterious Masked Man. And why is he out here? What purpose does he have? Whoa! The Masked Man just had the smackdown laid on him, and then the Masked Man just laid out The Rock. The Masked Man taking offense to The Rock returning here. And the Masked Man feeling that he is here every week, and The Rock doesn't deserve to come back and get a shot at the Beast. It's questionable if the Masked Man is here every week. But coming from SmackDown Live, And he really is making a statement here by attacking the returning Great One. And The Rock taken to the ropes. And here comes the Masked Man, but The Rock with the reversal. And now the Great One replies. Here comes the Masked Man, spine buster, and The Rock roars. And it is time for the most electrifying move in sports entertainment today. The People's Elbow, driven right into the heart of the Masked Man. And what's The Rock thinking about now? Wait a minute. The Rock has gone for the mask of the Masked Man, and the mask is off. Who is it? No. It's The Miz. The Miz is the Masked Man. Rock bottom from The Rock. The mask is off. The secret and the mystery is out. It has been solved. The Masked Man is The Miz. The Great One being blindsided by now The Miz. But The Rock proceeded to lay the smackdown on his monkey ass. The Rock will meet Brock Lesnar for the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam.